the display of skills, excuse me for a second, the display of ring generalship, fortitude, the appreciation for the science of boxing is what this segment will be about. Vasily Lomachenko versus Nicholas Walters is what went on HBO last night. But there is much more that went on in that fight for that night than was led for the naked eye to understand. And that's why today I have my breakdown the fight gear on. And for those who do not know me prior to me starting this post off, my name is Eric A. Bradley, aka The Real Fight Doctor, and there is no other on this level. But I'm going to break this fight down, and that's why I got on my fight breakdown gear. Coach extraordinaire, expert in the science, and we're going to break down exactly what Lomachenko did last night to Nicholas Walters. First and foremost, we wanted to acknowledge the greatness in what this guy was able to do. He supersedes average by far. That's why this guy has won like 400 amateur fights to only one loss. Who can do that? I said it, and I alluded to this prior to the fight. I said he is the best, meaning the best, meaning can take what he's capable of doing and transfer it into the ring. I train real fighters. I'm just not some guy on YouTube or Facebook just talking. I live this life and I'm about that life, and boxing is what I am. Lomachenko, what he's doing is things that you try to digest and deliver to your fighters so they can deliver that back to you inside of that square circle. The way he manages himself, some of the things that you need to do whenever you're fighting a tall fighter or longer fighter is you need to stay off the center. Lomachenko is a master of that. He's southpaw. He knows how to shoot and throw the backhand, which is the power hand. He knows how to extend it in a jab format so he can keep both hands staying on the guy's nerve, which throws the guy off. Nicholas Walters hadn't been in the ring for like a year. The first thing you want to do is frustrate him and not let him get in the rhythm. He's on HBO. You got millions watching. You don't want this guy to get in the rhythm. And that's one of the things that Lomachenko was always instructed to do. But you still have to do it once you get in there. Because a lot of people have the game plan until they get hit. Lomachenko's not that guy. He can get hit, but whenever he does get hit, we do what we call keeping your head off the center. We call it looking left and looking right. Not only can he throw the left hand whenever he's doing this, but he will make sure that his head is directly off the center for the return. He never receives the receipt. Whenever he throws his shots, he makes sure that he's not in the line of harm. That's so important when you're teaching a fighter. Down below in the link, there's a link below that you guys, I will show you some of the drills that we do to try to implement this skill into our fighters. It's a very cool drill. And then you can see what it is that I do outside of this show. I'm putting on my power hands because this is a power hands breakdown. Like I said, Lomachenko, when he shows, he rotates, he keeps his head outside of the line, and we call that keeping your head off the line, looking left, looking right, and then he rotates around. He always makes the right move. Why? Because it's calculated and he understands staying off the center, turning the guy, never letting the guy plant his feet and throw straight shots and power shots down the line is the key thing in keeping the guy out of the fight. Needless to say, if you saw that fight, Nicholas Walters was not in that fight at one moment. Not one moment in that fight did he develop a rhythm, because the consistent turning, Manny Pacquiao does it well, but the difference between Manny Pacquiao and Lomachenko is Manny Pacquiao is an offensive fighter. Lomachenko is a purist. He's captivating, to say the least. How can you look at him and not appreciate what he's doing? Even if you're not a fan of Lomachenko, you got to be a fan of the sweet science. He's like Bruce Lee in the boxing ring. Next thing he was doing, he was taking that right foot, he was keeping it on the outside. He always won the battle of foot positioning, so when he did throw his shots, he could get over here and start back over. He didn't just go out and go far away from from Walters. His objective was, when he stepped around, to stay in close because he wanted to do more damage. The next point of view, whenever he did get inside, he didn't just throw 1-2s. He threw here. He'd love to throw them short shots. He would come with the 4 in boxing. That's the 4. It's the left uppercut. If you're a southpaw, it's left. 3 and 2. And if you notice one thing about his punches, what we call punching inside, keeping your punches short and sharp. You see guys shadow box like that, but they can't deliver that inside of the ring. That's what makes him so special as well. Lomachenko was able to put those punches together, power shots. And the reason why you want to do this is, for 1, you don't miss. 2, you don't get the receipt because he can't punch between this. There's no space. So he's keeping it in that 4-inch diameter and snapping those shots. And as he got going, the rhythm increased and he started adding to the punch. And now Nicholas was like, he's getting stronger. But that's what you do once you collect this data. And that's why Lomachenko stopped him without having to do another thing after the 7th round. This is what you call the sweet science. And this is what we do. So like I said before, if you want to see what that looks like, go down to the link below, click right in, and you can see what these drills to elevate these skills look like. I hope you guys enjoyed the fight. We already know what's coming next. Everybody's, I hear that Rigo. Whew. So, it's going to be one beautiful year in boxing coming 2017. We closed out the year on a better leg than we started it. So I think right now, boxing, is time for us to stand back up. My name is Eric Fairley, and I thank you guys for watching. Because this is Master Boxing. We break the fight world down, baby. Round by round. Subscribe to the channel and learn more about the sport of boxing that we all know and love. Like the page and stay in the know of what we do on a daily basis. So long. Peace.